When I tell y'all, when I saw the trailer for Squid Game Season 2 and I saw that Junho was back, I was so happy, y'all, because Junho, if you're watching this, I love you. I do. What's up, everyone? It's your girl. I am Kaya, and I am back with another video. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Squid Game Season 2 because finally, the Season 2 finally dropped. Season 1 came out 3 years ago. That is so crazy. I am so excited to come here and talk about you guys because I really want to branch out and not do just one little thing. So what I'm going to do is I do reality TV shows, I do celebrity topics, I would do TV shows and movies and everything. And if you guys have any other suggestions on what I should do on my channel, please drop it down in the comment section below. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this page. I'm trying to build up this community. Again, I'm trying to build up to 1,000 followers because I'm trying to monetize my channel. But here we go. I'm going to talk to you guys about the first 2 episodes of Squid Games. I've only seen the first 2 episodes of Squid Games while me doing this video, so I have not seen the rest of the season. So please do not spoil it in my comments, please. I will block you. But I'm going to talk to you guys about the first 2 episodes. I'm going to watch the rest of them. I'm going to break them down into increments. So I might do episodes 3, 4, and 5 into one episode, and do 6 and 7 the last recap, because I think 6 and 7 is going to be like the really big episodes, which I don't understand why there's 7 episodes. We waited 3 years for 7 episodes. It should have been 10, but I'm just glad it's here. And starting off the first 2 episodes, it was actually really good. So here we go. I'm about to start talking about the review right now. So the episode 1 started out like how it ended on season 1 with Jihan. You know, he's back. He's the one that won the money. He's player 456. And he was in debt, you know, just like everybody that goes into the Squid Game, they were in debt. So he won. He got 4.56 million or billion won, I think it was. And so he's going on his plane with his red hair, which they never explained, or maybe they did. I just missed it. Did they ever explain why he had to dye his hair red? I never understood that. But anyway, so he's on the plane because he's about to go to America because he's about to go and see his daughter. His daughter was taken by his ex-wife. Well, not taken. His daughter lives with his ex-wife, and they took her to America because, you know, he really couldn't do nothing. He couldn't support her. He didn't have no money. So he's on the plane with all his money going to America, gets a phone call, turns around, and goes right back to Seoul. Now, I said this when the show first came out. I said it when everybody was debating it online, and I'm going to say it one more time for the one more time. Jihan, you should have got your ass on that plane, boo. You should have got on that plane. But anyway, we move. I understand why you didn't. And this is TV. But if that was me, I would have took that money and I would have got the fuck on. But anyway, we move. So all of a sudden, we jump to a scene, which I don't understand this. Jihan is ass naked in the bathroom. And a little boy walks in. Now, I don't understand why he was butt ass naked. But Jihan had got a call from, I think it was the front man. And he said, you should have got on the plane, which that's what I was saying too. But yeah, he gets that, and then he finds that there was some kind of device in the back of his ear. Now, I remember on season 1, they scanned the players and they embedded something back there. So he cut it out. It was, oh my God, that was so much blood. And then he just drains it. And then we jump to another scene. I think this is when, I'm right. So we jump to another scene, which we got one of my favorites came back. We got Junho. I love him so much, y'all. And if you guys don't remember Junho, he was actually the cop that infiltrated and got onto the island because he believes that the people that made the game was the reason for his brother disappearing. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Squid Game, which you must be living on a rock if you haven't, his brother is the one that's running the whole goddamn thing. And he found that out on the last episode of Squid Games because his brother shot him in the arm and he fell off a cliff into the water. That's why I thought he was dead. But when I tell y'all, when I saw the trailer for Squid Game Season 2 and I saw that Junho was back, I was so happy, y'all, because Junho, if you're watching this, I love you. I do. But yeah, we move. So we get to a scene to where he is alive in the hospital. And then after that, it jumps to 2 years later. And then Junho is working as a traffic cop, which I don't like police at all. but I will surrender myself for him. But if not, Junho, it's still fuck the police coming straight from the underground. But yeah, so he pulls over these couples that's on this motorcycle because one of them is not wearing a helmet. And the girlfriend, I think that's the girlfriend, is flirting with Junho, which, boo, I don't blame you. But you don't flirt with another man in front of your boyfriend. That was just kind of stupid. That's why his ass left her and her ass was running down the street. So then all of a sudden, Junho sees his old boss for major crimes and he wants him to come back. And Junho says, I'm good. I'm good with all that. So after that, we jump to another scene, and Ji-hun now owns a motel in Seoul. It's called the Pink Hotel. But he never has any vacancies, which I don't understand how, because no one stays there. So that's why I was confused. Like, you got a motel and you don't make some money off of this? But we find out why he don't want nobody coming in there, because that's where he keeps his stash, okay? Stash of GUNs and his stack of money. That's where he leaves his stash at. So then we get introduced to this guy. His name is Mr. Kim. He knew Ji-hun before. And I think, okay, anybody in my comment section, now you can answer this. Is Mr. Kim and his people, are they bounty hunters or are they private investigators? Because I know they're not cops. So I don't know what exactly that is. But yeah, so Mr. Kim, so Ji-hun recruited Mr. Kim to help him find the recruiter. If you guys remember the recruiter from season 1, who was the one that was going around recruiting people, trying to get them into the game, causing to their deaths. Okay, so he hires Mr. Kim and his guys to help look for them. So so after that, time goes by after that, and he says that he's gonna give them a prize of 1 billion won, which I don't know how much that would be in U.S. currency. If anyone knows that, if in U.S. currency, please put it down in my comments, because that's not like a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure if they change the U.S. currency, it ain't gonna be that much. Well, not how much it sounds, but it probably ain't gonna be. But yeah, we move on. So we jump to a scene, and it's Junho again, or sorry, Junho. I'm so sorry for messing up your name, boo. Junho again, his fine self. He is going to a boat, and he meets up with a man, which I didn't get his name. Apparently this is the man that saved him from dying, and I'm so grateful for you because you saved an amazing, beautiful man. Okay, so yeah, so he is determined to find this island because he wants to go, because his brother, like I said, his brother was the front man of the game, and he wants to go and find him again. And I was like, okay, wow, Junho, I understand that, boo, but we just found you. We can't lose you again. And to no avail, like they can't find the island because it could be anywhere, and there's like really no traces of it. And apparently, and Junho also lost his phone. If you remember, he was tracking this shit down, like writing all these notes down, recording and everything on his phone last season, and his phone is lost into the ocean, and it's gone. It's done. So it's gone for. So he's basically starting from square one, which I'm like, damn, you went through all that and nothing got accomplished. But yeah, so we go on. So we get introduced to another new character. His name is Woo. Is Woo something? I'm gonna call him Woo because it's easy for me to remember. So he's Mr. Kim's right-hand man, and apparently him and Mr. Kim are really close because Mr. Kim officiated his wedding. Aww. So Ji-hun pays Mr. Kim, Woo, and the rest of the guys in the Sunshine Capital. Again, I don't know if this is a bounty hunter service or a private investigator service. I don't know what it is. I just know it's not no cops. That's the thing. So yeah, it ain't cops. So that's what I'm trying to figure out what that is. I need to probably go back and watch and see if they ever explain that. So yeah, so he gets his group of men to go to airports to see if they can find the recruiter, because the recruiter could be the answer to who the front man is for Ji-hun. So they're doing this. Apparently they did this all summer long with no luck, until one day they Woo and Mr. Kim is in the airport and they see the recruiter playing that game. I'm so sorry, guys. I, for the life of me, cannot pronounce that game that they're playing in the airport, and I don't want to be disrespectful and mispronounce it. And then, because I want to be respectful to the culture and everything like that. So, and if I can find a way to properly say it, I will come back and say it. But as of right now, y'all know, if y'all watch the show, y'all know what game that they're playing. So they see the recruiter in the airport one day, and then they follow him, and Ji-hun is like, you better keep him there. Don't let him out of your sight. And he's zooming, trying to get back over there. So all of a sudden, Ji-hun is speeding down the Korean streets, going almost 100 miles per hour, and he gets pulled over by Junho and his partner. But his partner is the one that tickets him, not Junho. So Junho says, "Who is that?" So he looks at his name and he recognizes him because in season 1, Heejun had went to the cops and told them about the game, and they didn't believe him. And then Junho was willing to work with him, but then Jihan was like, "I don't think I can help you." And then they go about their merry ways. So we jump to a scene, and the recruiter goes to this park area in Korea, which I think that's where all the homeless people stay. I wasn't familiar with it. I forgot what it was called. It's just like a little open little park area where I think probably where tourists goes or something. And what he did before he got there, he bought 100 scratch-offs and 100 pieces of bread, which that place looked like a Starbucks. I ain't gonna lie. It looked like Starbucks where he got that shit from. So he goes to the park and he goes up to homeless people and offers them, "Do you want a piece of bread or would you like a scratch-off?" But you can't have both. And of course, majority of them are going to pick the scratch-off because the scratch-off said you could win up to $1 million, which I mean, hey, anybody can use that shit. You know what I'm saying? So majority of them did take the scratch-off, but I think I remember one person did take a piece of bread. And of course with scratch-offs, because I have a history with that shit as well. Them things, you don't win shit on them scratch-offs, okay? So of course all of them lost. So at the end of this section, or whatever we're calling it, the recruiter takes his ass to the middle of the park area around all the homeless people, pours out the bread on the ground. So they try to run up and try to get it, and it says, "Are you really wasting this?" And what did this dude do? He steps on the bread, says, "I didn't waste it. You all wasted it." And he's like mad. And he stomps and stomps and kicks, gets rid of the bread. So basically they can't enjoy it. So they still hungry. And he just leaves. So Woo and Mr. Kim are still on his ass, still tailing him. They get to an alleyway, which I'm like, nothing ever comes good out of alleyways. That's why I don't walk down them. So they go down the alleyway. They don't want to wait for Jihan. They want to catch the recruiter guy and stuff because remember, Jihan is offering them some money. And that's a lot of ass money, right? So they go down there, try to chase the recruiter, and then the recruiter just hit the reverse, hits them with the briefcase, just knocks them everywhere but loose. And it's blood everywhere. So then it cuts to a scene of Jihan showing up. And Jihan sees that there's blood, but there's no sign of Woo and Mr. Kim. We got to a scene where the recruiter done got Woo and Mr. Kim tied up and is forcing them to play rock, paper, scissors -1. Now, myself, I never heard of it. So anyone that didn't heard of it and was confused like me. So rock, paper, scissors, you know about rock, paper, scissors, right? Rock, paper, scissors. And so what you're going to do is you're going to play rock, paper, scissors on 2 hands against an opponent. And then just say, like, if I have paper and rock, and then the other one has scissors and rock. So we get to we have to put behind our backs which one we want to play. And then the person that is either a tie or the person who has, you know, that can beat the other thing wins, basically. But he put a twist on there, too. He made them play Russian roulette. So whoever loses, you know what I'm saying? But he put 1 bullet in the revolver. Just 1. So there's a 1 out of 6 chance that it will go off. So they're playing it a while. One of them got disqualified because they were scared to play. When they saw he was serious, they were like, okay, let's play because this dude is crazy. So then what Woo and Mr. Kim just did, they just drew the same thing and just showed the same, like they both picked rock. So they just did rock. If they both had paper, they just did paper. So the recruiter got a little bored. So what does this motherfucker do? He goes and from 1 bullet in that revolver to 5. So now there's a high that has, unless you pray to God himself, that pew was gonna go off on somebody. So that's when they kept doing the let's just draw the same thing. But then Woo draws both hands and both of them are rock. And Mr. Kim has a hand with paper and scissors. So it's either Woo can keep his, because he has rock. He can't change anything else. So it's all up to Mr. Kim what he decides he wants to do. He can either keep scissors out and have Woo win, or keep paper out and he wins. But in the midst of the moment, because poor Woo was really going through it. What happened was when he said rock, paper, scissors, then he said -1. Of course, Woo shows his hand and does this because he was like, I think I'm about to die. Mr. Kim, Mr. Kim didn't move his hands and basically spared his life and let Woo live because Woo had wife and kids. Oh. I do like Woo. Woo is actually a funny character. I love his character. And Mr. Kim, he's a soul. He was just gone too soon. Ugh. Oh, no. But yeah, I can't. We move on to the next scene. This is like close to the ending scene of episode 1. Ji-hun goes back to the Pink Motel, and then he notices that his lights are on. Like I said, he don't keep the lights on because he has vacancies, but he just don't have. He never has no rooms available because he doesn't want to keep that motel in business. So when he goes into the Pink Motel, and he sees the recruiter that found his way in. And then this recruiter, his crazy ass, he sits there and makes them play Russian roulette. I don't know what's his thing with Russian roulette. I mean, is that like a kink or something like that? Me, myself, never would play that shit, especially not with real Pum, okay? So they're going back and forth. You know, Ji-hun is saying, you know, you're basically, you do what master tells you to do, basically. And of course, he wants to find every excuse in the world as to why he don't do it. Like anything, you're bringing people to their deaths when you go and recruit them because they're at the lowest point of their life and they ain't got nothing to lose. So basically, he's right. So they play Russian roulette. There's one bullet in the revolver. So and he doesn't keep switching around. He keeps it as is. So there's a high chance that it's going to be on the last person. So they're going back and forth. Ji-hun, it gets to the last two. Ji-hun, so a 50-50 chance that it goes off. He pulls it, doesn't go off. Now it's the recruiter's turn. And this is why this recruiter is so crazy. This whole time that he was playing with that gun, I can't say that word. He was playing with the Pum. He was smiling and laughing the whole time. I'm like, I don't know what you laughing about. This is not a laughing matter, okay? So it gets to the last point, and then all of a sudden it just shoots to the camera. He smiles, and then himself. And that's where episode 1 ends. Now, the recruiter, he was crazy. But I think he was another person that was gone too soon. I think they could have kept him around like a couple more episodes. Then could have took him out. But yeah, but like, he ate this episode. The recruiter, and he kind of cute too. It's the suit. It's the suit got me. And Junho, his suit, his outfit got me too. His little patrol outfit got me too. Oh, let me stop, y'all. Yeah, but overall, episode 1 was really, really, really good. I really did enjoy it. And now I'm about to discuss you guys episode 2 right now. Okay, so started episode 2. So how it ended last episode with the recruiter, you know, shooting himself. So Junho is actually outside the Pink Motel because he was able to find out that that's where Ji-hun lives, works, owns, basically. Here's the gunshot. He runs in there like the Superman that he is. And then he goes and finds Woo in a room tied up. The recruiter brought Woo and tied him up to the bed. Oh, poor Woo. And then he's saying, you know, where's Ji-hun? Where's Ji-hun? They find him. I don't know why I sounded like that. He goes and finds Ji-hun, and the recruiter is dead. And Junho tries to arrest Ji-hun because he sees a dead body. And then Woo comes from behind and knocks Junho out, which I was like, ugh, no, my baby. But I'm glad he wasn't dead. So that's how that happened. So then when we jump to a scene of a girl in a car. This is a new character. Her name is Noel. It's either Noel or Noel. It's spelled like Noel, but I think they said Noel. I'm going to get it right by the end of the season. I'm so sorry, y'all. The way these names, I am struggling, but I'm trying. So Noel is a new character. So she's sleeping in her car. So from what we learned about her character, she escaped from North Korea, going to South Korea, and she actually had a baby that she was separated from. And so she has been like working there to try to figure out, you know, what happened to her child. She's been like paying this. Now this person, I don't know if he is a social worker or a private investigator, because I remember he was in the first season doing the same shit to what's her face from season 1. Her name is I'm drawing a blank on her name from season 1, but y'all know who I'm talking about, the lead from season 1, the lead girl from season 1. He did that same shit to her. So yeah. So she is working at an amusement park in Korea. She's this pink bunny, and we just see that, and all of a sudden we see this cute little girl You see this cute little girl, and she has a strawberry hat on, and the pink bunny is her favorite character. And then she goes and gives her a picture, you know, because like little kids, they like when they're around characters and everything like that. So all of a sudden, we jump to a scene. Jun-ho is tied up in the bathroom, not tied up, he's handcuffed to the bathroom. Him and Ji-hun is having this talk. And they talked about how, you know, haven't I seen you before? And to Ji-hun, he didn't know that that Jun-ho saw him inside the game. So Jun-ho broke in the game, was one of the masked people, and talked to him, but he didn't know that. So they met twice, which I forgot about too. I just remember that first time they met, and then when they brought it up, I'm like, did they meet twice? And I'm like, damn, that's how you know it's been so long, y'all. And I even rewatched it and I didn't remember that shit. So yeah, that is crazy. So they say, so Woo, Jun-ho, and Ji-hun, they team up. And they want to see if they can figure out how they can stop the game. So what Ji-hun did, took them to a room where he had all his money laid out. All that money. I'm surprised he had that much money left, knowing that he was just giving all these people all this money. He was just throwing money around like it was candy and all that kind of shit. So he still had this money and everything like that. So they wanted to work together and do it. So what happened was the recruiter told him that there was going to be a card where he can go and meet the front man. And they do a meeting. They have to go to this club in Korea. So, yeah. So we jump. So we jump back to the amusement park area, because this is where she is still sleeping in her car, because she ain't got no house. She's still sleeping in her car. She gets approached by somebody, because you know they give the card to enter the game. And it was weird because it wasn't the recruiting process. So I was confused as to why she got the easiest way to come into the game, where everyone else had to get slapped to come into the game. You know? So then what happened was, the next day she quits her job at the amusement park, and they just told her, I just got to handle some stuff, you know? I just got to handle some stuff. And then I'm thinking, okay, she's about to go into the game. She's about to be one of these players. It's like, we're about to say goodbye to her. So then all of a sudden, when she's leaving the amusement park, we see the little girl again, the little girl in the strawberry hat. So she passes out, because also I didn't shut up. This little girl, she has cancer. Oh, so sad. Yeah, she has cancer. They have to rush her to the hospital. She drops her hat, and Noelle, she goes to the hospital to bring it back to her, and they find out that she needs some kind of surgery, and her dad, her guardian that's looking after her, don't have the funds. And I think that's foreshadow that he's gonna be going into the game. I'm just saying that because, again, I told you guys I didn't watch the rest of the episodes while making this video, so I'm talking as I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next. Okay, so that's what happens, and then jump to a scene, and we go into the meetup in the Halloween scene with that. So Ji-hun goes to the meeting at this big club in Korea, which that club looked really nice. I didn't know they got down like that in Korea with those clubs. I love that. That's why I need to go and visit. But yeah, so they go and meet up, and then they're just waiting around, all because they're thinking that they're going to see the front man. So what happened was the front man actually had one of his guards, the guys in the pink suit that had like the triangle, circle, and square. They showed up in the club, and then all of a sudden, one of them attacks Woo. Like, why do y'all keep attacking Woo? Why? But yeah, they attack Woo, but you know, Jun-ho, his Superman that he is, goes in there and helps him, and is trying to make sure Ji-hun is okay. So what happens is one of the masked men takes Ji-hun, they go to the back, and he sees that there's a limo out there. That's the limo that they would bring them in on season 1, but none of them know how it looked like because they was always blindfolded. So he gets into that limousine, he's talking to the little piglet, the little piggy bank thing, and it's the front man, and then Ji-hun is like, I want you to stop the game. Like, you are killing people that's down their luck. You need to stop. And of course, the front man is going to be like, they choose to play the game. I mean, when you get people that are in debt and down on their luck and they ain't got nothing to lose, what you think they're going to do? Just saying. But all of a sudden, Jun-ho goes out there. So all of the recruits that was like the bounty hunter, Mr. Kim's guys, they're back again, and they have to go and track down a limousine. While they're like tailing them, all of a sudden we see a sniper take out the cars, so they completely lose Ji-hun. So they don't have eyes on him no more. So then what happened was Ji-hun is like basically saying, I want you in the game, end it. And then all of a sudden Ji-hun says, let me go back into the game. And I'm like, and of course I'm thinking, okay, why would you do that? You have all this money. And he wanted to say, I forgot what he said. He had said something like, I want to show you that it wasn't luck, that I actually know how to play the game and everything like that. And then the front man gives in and said, okay, knocks him out. The partition comes down. The front man was in the front the whole time, which I knew already. That was anticlimactic. And then basically, Ji-hun is going to return to the game. And that's how we end off episode 2 of Squid Game season 2. I am so ready to watch these next couple of episodes, y'all. I love Squid Game so much. And so that's all I have for episodes 1 and 2 of me vaguely recapping. I try not to put so much in there because I know some people who haven't seen it yet. And I don't want to like give it too much away because these episodes are an hour, which I'm not complaining. But yeah, I can't sit here and talk for an hour. Hell no, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. So I just touched on the basic points of it, but I'm going to be back very soon to recap you guys the remaining episodes. Again, our next video on Squid Games might give you episodes 3, 4, and 5. If not 3, 4, and 5, then just probably 3, 4 to keep it. It depends on what happens. If anything big happens, then I can kind of put them all together. But that's all I have for today, y'all. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure you guys put in the comments, thumbs up the videos to get that engagement up. I'm trying to build this community, and I'm going to be here probably Sunday because Your Fault actually comes out tomorrow, or today for some people, and I'm going to be recapping that one as well, and I want to get that one out as soon as possible. I like to get it out while the show is already currently airing so I can get my engagements up. So be on the lookout for that one. Also be on the lookout for my Baddies Midwest and my Not As TV reviews. And then I'm going to come to you guys later again with my Squid Games reviews. And if I can find another show that I can recap or any brand new shows, I'm thinking about doing XO Kitty. That's going to come on Netflix in January. So keep an eye out for that. But that's all I have for you all today. And I hope you guys have a great one. Bye.